What's up guys, it's Crash, and the Season 5 gameplay trailer has been teased by the official Battlefield Twitter account. You guys can see it here, I'm sure you've already seen it, and now we know that in a couple days we're going to see the gameplay trailer on the new map with some of the new weapons and everything coming within Season 5. But the question that I have, and I know a lot of people have, is what does this mean for Year 2? So I really want to focus on that, and if there is going to be a Year 2, there's some interesting things that we can find over on the internet to talk about, so I want to lay all that out in front of you guys, and then at the end kind of give my opinions on what I think, and then definitely hear from you guys down in the comments below, because with a name like Battlefield A New Dawn, that really doesn't make you think the end, but there's also some contradictory information that makes you think something else. So let's go over everything and then try to see where we are at within all this. So another teaser that we saw just before we get too far into it is another overhead view of the map. I know a lot of people think it looks like Zavod, but I just don't necessarily see it. The similarities are there with the buildings in the middle, the train tracks and the trees and stuff like that, but I just don't know if there's the same amount of topography. The layout doesn't look quite the same to me, but it definitely does give off those vibes. I see where people get that from. And also it looks like a lot of the maps in the game, right, where you have a central area in 2042, you have like a stranded ship or a building or one thing in the middle, and then the rest of it's kind of open. This doesn't look as open because we actually have some trees. We actually see some coniferous trees around, so that's exciting to have potentially a little bit more cover than maybe some of the other maps. You like to see that. But if you guys didn't catch it, there is a couple frames just before it switches to the New Dawn logo. It shows these numbers. It shows 11106, and there's a lot of theories going around, as well as there's also a frame where it says T1106. I'm not sure what this could mean, other than some people have said it means like 11 weeks until season 6, so confirming season 6, or it could mean, you know, if you look at the European way, if like T116, it could be like T minus until the 11th of June. Potentially the 11th of June is when season 5 could release. So we really don't know what this means. If you guys have any other theories or hear of anything really cool, please put it in the comments below on what these numbers could mean. It either is 11106 or T1106. I've seen a lot of different things. So when people talk about a Year 2, a lot of people are citing that leak that we had a while back from the API about a Year 2 upgrade within the Origin API, and we did see that. And we got some more clarification on it, and it might not be what you think it is. So a data miner that uses the API on Xbox to come up with things that are going to be available over on the Xbox store shows that there is a 2042 Elite upgrade with a release date of May 26th. So that's on the same day as the trailer. And someone asked what it meant, and they went on to iterate that is going to be the Elite upgrade with 4 specialists, 10 weapons, 6 vehicles, the Lost World Epic cosmetic bundle containing Epic Forsaken Rouse specialist set, blah, 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 blah. A lot of the stuff from the different specialists over the battle pass over the years. And Tim Boreal stepped in to clarify that this is not just an Elite skin bundle, it's an Elite edition upgrade to unlock Year 1 content, specialist weapons, vehicles, and these cosmetics. I wouldn't be surprised if this was the mysterious Year 2 upgrade leaked by Origin. So here are some of the other skins that you can see in there. But if you guys remember, we were thinking that the Year 2 API, the Origin API leak, was saying that there was going to be a Year 2, there's a Year 2 upgrade. Essentially what it looks like the Year 2 upgrade is going to be is allowing people who want to get into the game in Year 2 to get all of the stuff from the season 1 battle passes. So you have all the specialists unlocked, all the new weapons unlocked, and it looks like essentially like the tier 100 battle pass elite sets, you'll be able to unlock all those. So it'll be a lot of skins, the weapons, and so you're starting season 5, you're starting Year 2 from scratch, ready to go without having to re-unlock everything. So it doesn't really confirm a Year 2 like we initially thought that it did. And then Tip Oriel goes on to say there are some other things located within the store files as well. He says there's still a few unknown Origin IDs related to 2042, including a Season 5 welcome pack, Season 5 field kit, and some unidentified offers which could be related to additional Year 2 content. So that Year 2 content could be season 2 or season 6 and beyond, or just season 5 stuff. We really don't know, but essentially this Elite edition looks like what you'll be able to buy and basically re-unlock kind of everything. It gives me the feel of like the definitive edition for Battlefield 5, I think is what it was called, or Battlefield 1 Revolutions, where you get all the DLC. This is just kind of a pack for when people start, when you get started, that you don't have to re-unlock everything. You can be along with everyone else who's been playing it. So it really doesn't confirm anything beyond season 5 like we initially thought that it did. So this Elite edition is kind of like the extra editions of Battlefield Battlefield that we kind of get towards the end of the cycle of those. So you have some of these things alluding to the end of the Battlefield 2042 cycle, and then you have a season 5 coming up, which could be the swan song for the game, you know, kind of like the June update was for Battlefield 5 before they moved on to work on 2042. But then overall, you have a DLC called A New Dawn, which when you hear something like A New Dawn, that really doesn't make you think the end, right? Like the Apocalypse DLC, you know, some of those final Last Stand DLCs, all that stuff makes you think it's the end, but this doesn't make you think that. Now, what does this mean? You guys want my honest opinion as what year 2 is going to be? I think there could very well be seasons beyond season 6, but what I think they're going to be is one map if you're lucky and a new battle pass. I think they will continue to do battle passes up until the next game. If you guys kind of have been following along, they're starting to do a little bit of the Call of Duty thing with weapons, where they put the really overpowered weapons like the Artem 68 later on in the battle pass, so people want to buy tier skips towards the end when the battle pass runs out. They don't want to miss out on it, so they'll buy tier skips at the end. And then they said that they're probably going to make changes to it, which everyone is guessing they're going to nerf it in time for another new weapon to be strong midway down the battle pass. So I think they're kind of doing that method of making some microtransaction revenue, and I think they're going to continue that going forward. If you guys really think about it, it shouldn't be that hard for them to keep doing seasons, whether a lot of people are playing the game or not. The way they're doing one map a season, like I said, we're getting close to 2 years since this game is launched, and they're getting ready to release their 5th map. So in the traditional sense of DLC, we would be only starting to get our 2nd pack. So where they're trickling these maps out, just absolutely trickle feeding maps, instead of four or 5 or 3 or 2 maps coming out at once, one map that can string this game out for a really long time. Like I said, in Battlefield 1 with 29 maps, you know, if this game wants to get to 29 maps and they trickle them out once every few months, I mean, we could be looking at season or year 4 or 5 of this game. If they're trickling content out this slow, it could go for a really long time. The people that are enjoying it will be happy. Those of us will still kind of see through everything and see that there's still a significant lack of content, but it wouldn't surprise me if they keep going with these smaller seasons moving forward. We know that there's going to be no specialists or anything else like that, but I could definitely see a season 6, 7, and 8 with a new battle pass and a new map for at least another year. So would kind of make sense to me. Given how painfully slow DLC comes out, playable DLC maps and stuff come out for this game, it shouldn't be any problem to keep stringing this game out for quite a while. Keep hopefully making changes to it and finishing things out. So anyway, guys, that's all I had. I would love to know what your thoughts are on season 2. The year 2 upgrade didn't turn out to be the silver shield for year 2, confirming it that we thought it would. So things are still really up in the air for the future of Battlefield 2042. We'll continue to cover it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you later.